Welcome to Heart and Healing Stories, where love is felt, lessons are discovered, and every story reminds you that your heart can rise again. Sit back, breathe, and let today's story touch your soul. Sometimes the loudest love is the one that never had the courage to speak. But life has a way of pushing our hearts into the open when it matters most. There was a boy named Daniel, quiet, thoughtful, observant. He wasn't the loudest in the room, but he carried a heart that felt deeply. And then there was Mira, the kind of girl whose smile could rearrange broken pieces of anyone's day. She talked with her hands, laughed without holding back, and lived like she wasn't afraid of anything. Daniel met her in their final year of university. Not with fireworks, not with a spark, but with a single moment. A moment that changed everything. It was raining heavily that morning. Students rushed under shelters, covering their heads with books and bags. But Mira stood in the middle of the walkway, letting the rain soak her hair, her clothes, everything. Daniel watched from a distance as she stretched her arms out and whispered to the sky, "I'm still here." He didn't know why those words stuck with him, but they did. From that day, he watched her quietly, not in a strange way, but in the way someone watches a sunrise, not expecting anything, just grateful it exists. Daniel and Mira became friends, study partners, lunch buddies, late-night assignment companions. To her, he was safe. To him, she was everything. She would talk for hours about her dreams, her fears, her stubborn hope, and the things she wished her heart would forget. And Daniel listened, always. Every time she looked at him and smiled, he felt something inside him fall apart and come back together again. But he stayed silent because he believed she deserved someone louder, someone confident, someone who didn't love quietly from the shadows. One afternoon, Mira rushed into the library with a smile so bright it made Daniel's chest tighten. "Daniel, his name is Adrian, and he asked me out." He froze, just for a second, but she didn't notice. Or maybe she pretended not to. She talked about Adrian the whole day. Daniel smiled. He congratulated her. He wished her happiness. But his heart sank quietly, politely, the way it always did. Mira and Adrian started dating. They laughed, they held hands, they posted pictures. They looked perfect. And Daniel stepped back, farther and farther. Still loving her, still silently hoping, still silently hurting. 3 months later, Daniel found Mira sitting alone behind the campus hall. She wasn't crying. She wasn't speaking. She was just empty. "Mira," he whispered. She didn't lift her head. She only said one sentence. "He left." Daniel sat beside her, unsure if he should reach out. But silence has its own language. After a long moment, she whispered, "Why am I never enough?" Daniel inhaled sharply. Those words hit him like a blade. He turned to her, for once not afraid. And for the first time, his silence broke. "You are enough, Mira." She looked at him, really looked at him. He continued, his voice breaking. "You always have been. You're worth more than everything you've ever lost." Her eyes filled with tears, but not because of Adrian. Because she finally saw something she had never noticed before. Daniel's heart, wide open, raw, unhidden. After that day, Mira avoided him, not because she was upset, but because she was confused. She replayed his words in her mind. She remembered every moment he had been there for her, every time he listened, every time he held her without touching her. And she wondered why she never saw it before. One evening, she stood outside Daniel's apartment, unable to knock. She turned away, and that became her habit, standing near him but not reaching him. Daniel noticed. He felt the distance, the hesitation. So he pulled back too. Two hearts, both afraid to break the other, slowly drifted apart. Graduation day arrived. People were laughing, taking pictures, hugging friends. Mira looked everywhere for Daniel. She couldn't find him. She panicked. She didn't know why, but she needed to see him, just once more. She finally found him walking away from campus with a small bag. "Daniel," he stopped. She ran to him breathless. "Why are you leaving without saying goodbye?" Daniel looked tired, defeated. Goodbyes are easier when you're not close. She stepped closer. "Then stay close," she whispered. Daniel shook his head. "Mira, I can't be the friend who holds your heart together only for someone else to break it again. I can't keep loving you in silence. It's killing me." Her eyes widened, her heart throbbed, not because of Adrian, but because of realization. She whispered, "Why didn't you tell me earlier?" Daniel swallowed. "Because I thought you deserved someone better." She stepped forward, tears falling. "Daniel, what if the person I needed was you all along?" Mira touched his face, gently, the way she touched fragile things. She whispered, "You loved me quietly. And maybe that's the kind of love I was searching for." Daniel didn't move. He couldn't believe it. She leaned in and kissed him softly, slowly, like she was learning the shape of home. That was the moment. The silence ended. Some loves don't begin with fireworks. Some begin with quiet hearts, waiting, hoping, loving from a distance. But in the end, life always brings the right hearts together. Not when we're ready, but when we finally recognize the love that was there all along. Thank you for watching Heart and Healing Stories. If today's story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe. More emotional stories and healing lessons await you.